Hello, park builders, and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 2 and our little project called Jurassic Theme Park. We are trying to build all the 5 themes. So we have Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, Dominion, the DFW, and also the Malta theme. And we're trying to build them all in one gigantic park. In our last episode, we create the entrance point and our first enclosure, and now I'm placing a tower up on this little hill because I thought it looks nice. So I'm trying to connect the path. Yeah, that works out. That's fine. So, and now I wanted to start with the Jurassic Park um, theme. So I flattened the ground a little bit, and this first enclosure should be the first scene when we are in the movie right directly in the park. So when the truck comes into the enclosure with the Brachiosaurus and sees down the hill with all the, like, what was it, Gallimimus, Paralosophus, and all those kind of dinosaurs. And this should be this scene, but actually, of course, in a little bit smaller. It's our miniature park, actually. And I'm not quite sure how I wanted to have the ground because I wanted to go a little bit down the hill, just like in the movie. But yeah, I'm just trying here stuff, and I was looking. Actually, I don't know what I was looking for. But yeah, now I'm replacing, or I'm placing the fence for this park, and I use the normal trick to connect it to the edge of the map. For the Gallimimus, actually, I found out that doesn't work. Later, I had to recreate the fence and make it a little bit bigger, but that's okay. And now I'm just flattened down uh, the ground a little bit near to the fence. So there's going to be a park tour later. Of course, a Jurassic Park tour. And yeah, that's the ground or uh, the ground structure for our first enclosure. And now I'm flattening this hill a little bit, so when the guests arrive, they have the same view as we had in the movie. And of course, the big trees can't miss. Actually, we don't have the same trees like in the movie in this uh, Germany map, but I try to recreate it with those. And then our first dinosaurs arrive to the park. Of course, it's the Brachiosaurus or Brachiosaurus. In Germany, we say Brachiosaurus. So I think it's in English it's Brachio. Just trying to embarrass myself again. And we have 2, of course. Actually, I did a Jurassic Park recreation in the first game, also on this channel. If you would like to watch it, you can go up right in the corner. I will link it to you there. And then I have the visitor center, classic scene from the movie. And then I was trying to connect the path perfectly. I think it works very well. And then we have the tour. And actually, that was a little bit complicated because I wanted to have the tour going in front of the visitor center, but the path also has to go through or over the tour. So as you can see, it was a little bit tricky to find the perfect angle, and now I'm trying to connect the path with the tour, and then I realize it's all very close to each other. So I was really trying stuff here, and actually that doesn't work well, as you can see. So I was trying to do it the other way around, but that also doesn't look very nice, and I deleted again, and I think now I was having the right idea. So I'm trying to make the path a little bit more straight so the tour can go perfectly over it. As you can see here. And that works out fine for me. And then I did the same on the side of the visitor center. This part, actually, I have seen that it was come in blue, but with the controller you can't find the perfect spot or the perfect angle. So I was pressing the X button a lot till it fits. So I was just doing with the left joystick, going right, left till it fits, and at the same time I was hitting this X button so hard till it fits. So for more tips, follow me. And maybe you realized I use the dirt um, track inside the enclosure and the gray track outside the enclosure, so it's a little bit more separate from each other. And I also use the Welcome to Jurassic Park gate as a entrance point. And if you've seen my first speed build for this project, you know I was forgetting to set up the don't starve option. So I had to place some trees the brachiosaurus like, and yeah, but I wasn't happy with the result. So I erased most of it and hope that it works well when I just put it in front. So the dinosaurs will also go very close to the gate. And now I'm placing the Gallimimus. And actually, it's more time saving when you are building and placing dinosaurs instead of building and placing dinosaurs then. So just build an enclosure, then place some dinosaurs, and then go for some decorations or something, because it's taken a lot of time till the dinosaurs are placed into the enclosure. And yeah, now I've placed a lot of lanterns in front of the tour, so it's a little bit more separate. And I thought maybe we can use some of those small plants because it looks a little bit more natural, I would like to say, than the lanterns into a corner. And then, of course, the last dinosaurs are Parasaurolophus, who were missed, and the dinosaurs all have the Jurassic Park skins, so from the movie. And now I was thinking about how I can go further with the path, but I was not quite sure how I wanted to go. So I was just trying stuff and then thought about, okay, that's not cool. I was thinking about having a enclosure near to that cliff, but then I thought maybe it's nicer to have it the other way around. So I've placed some hotels. And yeah, there I was a little bit struggle with the ground, as you can see here, because the hotels were lying into the ground, as you can see there. And first I thought, okay, maybe let's flatten down the ground a little bit, but then I thought, no, it's not what I wanted. Just leave it like that, and try to place the hotel a little bit higher. And that's what I was trying to do here. And then I placed a small hotel very next to each other. I was so happy that that worked. And yeah, then I was going with the path again. There I was just looking if the delivery of the dinosaurs were finished, but they weren't, and that's why I was going further with my enclosure. I was thinking about placing a viewing gallery very next to the hotels, but I didn't know where, so I was just trying, just placing some path, and then try again with the viewing, not viewing, well, viewing gallery. I was thinking about a viewing tower, and yeah, so I thought maybe I can go a little bit inside of the path, so the fence will go very close to the path, and then I just connected the or just fill up the empty spaces with a lot of path, and so it looks like a little, like a plaza maybe. And then I thought maybe I could place the Spinosaurus there, but I was not quite sure, so I just leave it like that. And then I was trying to make the perfect fence. And as you can see here, I used the Jurassic Park fence. So it's the fourth strongest fence from the Jurassic Park. Then I was looking if a tower will fit, but it doesn't, so I just leave it with fence. So you can see when I'm building, just trying stuff out, and I'm looking if it works or if it not, and then I decided it doesn't. Actually, this is nice. So normally when I'm making my videos, I build and I talk, and I can't really concentrate on my builds. But yeah, as you can see here, I was first building, then talking. The talking doesn't work either, but I think the build is working very well. And yeah, if you see the Jurassic Park movie, you know in front of the visitor center there's a little lake. So I also did a little bit water in front of the visitor center, and then I filled up with a lot of trees. And then the rest of the dinosaurs could go in their new home. For a better view, I thought I flattened down the ground a little bit in this enclosure. Not all of it, as you can see here. So in front of the viewing gallery, it stays a little bit higher. And then I put a little small hill just in the middle of it and some water. And in this enclosure, we will have some Triceratops, also from the Jurassic Park movie. It was the Was it the? It's a long time that I see the movie. I think they went to the Triceratops after they were at the T-Rex enclosure, where they didn't see the T-Rex, only the goat, I think, and then they were driving further into the Triceratops enclosure, right? I think so. If I'm wrong, just say it in the comments. Then a little bit decorations with the rocks. And I love to um, place some trees, forest, for hiding stuff. So to make it a little bit more, how you say, so you can't see through it and see that the next enclosure is just like 2 meters away. And I love to place a lot of trees in the middle. I also did it in my Jurassic Park rebuild, and yeah, that's cool. Cool, cool, cool. Spoiler, I'm not going to connect this uh, part of the park with the regular path, so it's going to be connected when it's all done. I think now I was making the last enclosure for today. So we have to live with all the red signs in top of the buildings, but not for long, I promise. Now I'm coming up with a little idea I have seen on another channel, and I was thinking about having a little river going from this enclosure into the next enclosure, and then the guests can cross it with a little bridge. And actually, accidentally, As you can see with the white lines, the ground was a little bit higher, but for the bridge, this one works very well. So if you try to recreate a bridge, don't only use different colors of path, as you will see in a few seconds, but also try to make some elevation, because as you can see here, it works very, very great. There I was thinking about, okay, maybe I can do a little brighter path, but then I thought, no, just leave it like that. As you can see now the bridges will go a little bit higher, so it actually does look that it goes over the water. And then I place those concrete barriers. And actually, I'm still hoping that we are getting one last update with some smaller fences. So we don't have to use those barriers or the walls from the Malta DLC anymore. And I finish up those ends with the lights. And then I place the water a little bit closer to the bridge. Paint it a little bit and go with a lot of rocks. So it really looks like a actually bridge. Then you can place some trees, some plants, and yeah, I think that's great. That works out very, very well. And now I was thinking about having a small guest section in this small corner, because we don't have much more dinosaurs to place. Only the T-Rex is missing. And so we have a little bit space left over. And there I make a little crossroad. And here I was a little bit struggling with filling up the pass, because it won't connect it like I wanted to. But of course I did it. I've got it right. Ta-da! And here I was just trying to make the end a little bit smoother, so it looks equal on both sides. And at least I've placed two shops and a restroom, so this is also the last thing, and we are going to decorate them in the next video. So if you enjoyed this one, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss the next one, and most important, as usual, have a nice day.